I wish I had started this recording when I first took off with Gilly and cloaked, which means my energy signature needed to be hidden. We left with Blue, Mark's dragon, and the two Sophia dragons flanking us. We went between for a very long time when we flipped to get to the next coordinates. And then we came out in a very long, deep wormhole that was very dense. I was vibrating very intensely as we were going through it. And now we're stopped. Julie is telling me we are still in the wormhole because I can't see anything. All I see is black. I'm having a trouble even feeling her where we are right now. We're waiting for something. And here it is, she's saying. Oh, what is? Is there a ship in front of us? Yes, there is. It's cloaked. That's why you can't see it, Karen. So for everyone listening, if you hadn't heard our previous shows that we did in other universes, these other universes have a different frequency pattern, a different life force, different consciousness, different emanation fields, different energy, vibration, all told. And it's sometimes very hard for me to sync my field in the other field. I have a feeling that that's partly what's going on right now, that I'm just out of sync with what's here. If there's a ship, I'm still not seeing anything. Is this an Andromeda Council ship? Galilee is waiting for us on this ship. All right. How are we getting in the ship? I'm waiting for the cargo hold doors to open. Got it. Are all of us going in? Yes, we will all fit. Is a mothership? Yes, it's the equivalent of a mothership in our universe. What is it considered in this universe? It is literally a city where people live. Wow. Okay. This is even scaring my cat, if you guys heard her meowing at us. I think she's concerned. Okay. Oh, I am starting to see light. Oh, thank you, God. We are flying in. Oh, I can't tell you guys what an uneasy feeling it is. Think about jumping off of a cliff and gravity is giving out beneath you and you don't know how and where you're landing. That's what this feels like. Just to give you some kind of a clue of why I get unnerved. Okay. Whew. I'm still having trouble seeing. I believe all the dragons in Gilly. Yes, they are. We're all safe. And the door is closing. I can tell that. Slide off. Galilee is here. All right. Oh. Thank you. Galilee just caught me. Thank you. Oh, hello, namaste. I still can't see you, but I can feel you. Here you go, Karen. Do I need to put the suit on? Yes, you do. Okay. It will provide you with the shift in vibration so that you can see and hear and exist in this space.
Namaste, Galilee.
Namaste, Mark. The cloak was used to provide you with a field this time. It was a field to keep you able to breathe in this universe. So you were given all the nutrients that you needed in your cloak, which is why else you're having a hard time seeing, Karen. The cloak is doing that Archangel Michael gave you. Okay. All right. I'm getting this suit on. And now I'm able to see. Wow. This is the biggest space I've ever seen in any ship or space that we have been to before. Wow. No wonder I had a hard time. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm definitely sensing a lot, like they said, it's a city, and I can sense and feel it.
Well, now I know why it didn't feel like a spaceship to me. I didn't get a sense of spaceship. I just got a sense of heavy object, like huge, massive object. Corey, thank you for being here. And sorry, thank you. Willem, thank you, thank you. Ambassador, Cassandra, oh, it is so good to see you again. Thank you. Namaste. We are excited for you to see what we have to show you today. So, with that, Karen, are you feeling grounded yet? Yes. Go ahead, Mark.
Namaste, and love you all.
As well, with you. We are, again, thrilled. You will be excited to see what we have to show you. After all, you requested it, Mark. Okay, here we go. We are getting into oh wow. We are on like a monorail thing where we're standing it. It is like, it's literally flying. It just lifted off the ground and it's flying. Whoa, way cool. Okay. So, will I need any other field, or this is the suit will provide me with all the nutrients, oxygen, everything that I need to exist in this field? Correct. I don't need to go through one of those bubble shrinking wrap thingies. Nope. You don't need that today. Okay, good. We've all done that. Okay. Wondered. They didn't have any suit on like I do. All right. We are coming up into oh, geez. What is this? It's sort of like the Aquarian ship we were at, where it's that big open area, but nobody's flying. Nobody's in like a liquid gel that is keeping them buoyed. This is a huge area, but I'm looking down and there's a sand, dirt, and reptilians working. But it's a scientific lab, isn't it, Ambassador? Yes, it is. It is one of the many labs that exist in this city, or base. You could call it a base. And is Commander Zillion here? There he is! Commander Zillion! Namaste! Namaste, dearest Mark and Karen. Namaste.
Namaste.
We were wanting an update of your bases, and you are getting it. Okay, for those of you who may not have listened to all of our shows yet, Commander Zillion is a Red Reptilian rebel I met back in 2011. And it was because I was taken to meet him and who he was being that the Andromeda Council reached out to both of us to work with them. It's what led Mark and I to this work and what led them to help Commander Zillion create a team of reptilians who wanted freedom from the enslavement and entrapment and manipulation they experienced from the Draco reptilians. And now they have, last count that we knew of was 18 bases, but they were all in the other universe, right? Correct? Now how many bases do you have? 25. Wow. Wow. And explain to our listeners the significance of that. The significance is that 6 of these bases that we are now working with are in this universe. Let's put it that way. And we are creating a triangulation between these eminence fields of the vibratory. Oh, Mark, you could explain this so much better. The vibratory wave patterns that are happening between the planets. In essence, you learned before from the previous show how we use the dragons to scramble the triangulation of feed from the reptilian ship to the Andromeda Council ships to keep them from knowing who was taking the field and where, so they could not retaliate on the information and how we were spying on them. With these bases, we can now triangulate into the other field, the emanation field pattern, so that we can scramble in a different structure, in a different way, and keep them from knowing, or more importantly, being able to interfere, because we have bases in this universe as well. Mark, do you understand?
Yes, and I think there is a correlation with how I have been guided to utilize the creation diamond matrix conduits from Prime Creator Source, Sophia, Universal Creation Collective Focus Point, to all of the universes. And the creation frequencies and so forth, life emanation field, consciousness emanation field, living light emanation field of creation essence, to all of the central suns of all the universes, and those that use the same creation frequencies have a unique, have a direct calibration connection of which you are working with.
Well said. Yes. Yes. We are utilizing some of that same technology you just described that you use and creating it between bases in this universe and in your universe.
And of course, as you know, you have free use of the creation diamond matrix and conduit energies and frequencies, and all that is of course at your disposal as you see fit.
Understood, appreciated, and we are using them. Thank you. So now, follow me. Oh, my God. What does it... I'll wait until we get somewhere to ask this question. It's like, okay, what am I seeing? I'm not really seeing anything. We're in a corridor. We're just in a corridor, a square, with metal walls kind of thing, walking. Funny, it feels like this corridor is at the top of my head. A Commander Zillion is 9 feet tall. So he's walking ahead of me. It's very weird. It's almost like the feeling adjusts. Very strange. I don't even begin to know how to explain that one. Unless it's just my field of vision that's limited. It's because of your suit, Karen. Okay. So there we go. My field of vision is limited. From the top up. Alrighty. We're coming out. Oh, wow. So bright. And being given glasses. Okay. Still bright. Still having trouble seeing here. At least I don't have those big clunky gravity weighted shoes that I had to use in the amphibian ship. I only have the suit and glasses in this one. Try these, Karen. Okay. Let's try these. All right, now I can see better. It's a... What is it? It's another lab. What's amazing is how deep these labs... I mean, these labs are, 30 feet high? What, Galilee? How tall are these labs that we're seeing? 30 feet. You did good. Yeah, I'm getting better at that, aren't I? Galilee's saying, yes, you are. 30 feet. Why is the height so high in these labs? It's the vibratory field. They're working in the field to create vibration, and they need to know how it radiates out and emanates out. So that is why they are so high. But also remember that if you have a 10-foot being in here working, it doesn't seem as high to them. True.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You're 5 foot. Big difference. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Big difference. Okay.
Yeah. Commander Zillion, it sounds familiar to the type of work that I work with. So I find that very interesting.
That's why we had you explain it earlier. Because we are working with vibratory fields and how to radiate through them and connect them and conjunct them to support a triangulation of both data and energy. Now, we are also working on utilizing them for sound waves, so for voice, data, voice, and energetic movements. Okay, we're out of that one now. And take the glasses off. I'm just in bright light. Oh my goodness gracious, that hurt.
Yeah.
It's like I walked into the sun, guys. It's just so bright. Galilee, how are you doing this? Here. He's giving me another cloak to put on. Now I can't see anything, Galilee. Now it's dark. At least the sun's not hurting. They told me to put these glasses in my pocket. I'll need them again. No, I can't see anything here. It's okay. Just keep walking. We've got you. All right. I'm walking. Do we have time to get through this city in this one session? If we keep walking, we're never gonna get the show done, Mark. It's that big. I feel like we're walking into nowhere land.
Well, one thing to keep in mind is when we are here in this universe is a very different time reference. So therefore, what would be experientially much longer period in time here, it would be different back home. Therefore, that transition of time and empathic communication can be readjusted, remodulated, so that the perception for you experientially is different than when you're actually communicating through to your earth plane aspect. We ask for the team to assist with that remodulation adjustment and perceptual adjustment so that the recording is within the appropriate relative time, experience, and expression. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Thank you. I forgot about the time-space continuum. So thank you for that reminder, Mark. That's great. Okay. I don't even see Commander Zillion. He's like gone. Hey. I can see here. Yay! I'm in a huge conference room. Awesome. But it's a table. It's like a table. It's not an auditorium. So
it reminds me of some other places we've been, but much bigger.
Exactly. That's one huge table. But again, we're talking about 10-foot beings, so I have to keep reminding myself I'm in giant land. This is we went up the beanstalk, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. So Commander Zillion is in the front of the room, and he is setting up a screen and monitor, and we're sitting down at the table. There's some other beings coming in. Oh, they're Earthlings. They're humanoids. I was expecting other reptilians to come in. There's a mixture of humanoid species coming in. This assembly is for English-speaking beings, the ambassador is saying. We are here to learn what the bases have accomplished. Commander Zillion is going to give us an updated report. Yay! Our request got answered, Mark. This is great. Yes, we were happy you asked because we wanted to bring it forth as well. Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you. All right. The room has filled up. Oh, Kelly, help me with the number here. If there's at least 100 beings here, right? We're like 200, Karen. Okay. They're still coming in. Okay. Commander Zillion is saying, thank you all for attending. We appreciate it. Please find a seat. We need to get started. Now, let me explain to all of you what is going on here today. We have representatives coming in from this universe and my universe. And we are asking that you all understand our purpose and our intent and help us create the vision of peace and tranquility and empowerment and ascension occurring between our universes. We understand that some of our nemesis have been in this universe as well, creating havoc. We wish to assist with our knowledge that we have obtained and bring it forward in this universe as well as our current universe. We thank you for wishing to cooperate. It is our intent to collaborate with you and cooperate to create a coalition that will move forward in a field of acceptance, respect, value, appreciation, and ultimately oneness. We honor our differences. We cherish our heritage as reptilians. However, we wish to be free. We wish to be free from the enslavement of our own species. And we know that everybody sitting in this room right now has been entrapped, manipulated, and enslaved by their own species as well. Yes, some of your species are influenced by those that enslave us. However, your own people are enslaving you. That is the wake-up call that we really want to make clear to everyone. It's easy to point fingers outside of self, but we have learned that every species has those that empower, entrap, and manipulate and enslave. Every race has it as well. So you can't point a finger to another species or another color of your species. It's across the board. We're all in the same boat. And we wish to free those boats. We wish to be sovereign beings in the same way that you wish sovereignty in your worlds. And thankfully to my friends from my universe, we are achieving it. So, we offer this gift of friendship and service to you and hope that we can create the same expansion of knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that is serving us in our universe and bring it forth in this one. We thank you for honoring our city and our intent, for allowing us to be here. We thank you for your leaders who heard our intent and allowed us to work with you. We thank you for being here, being present, and hearing our request. He's turning to the screen in the monitor, and he is showing slides. These are the bases that we are currently operating. As you can see, we have hundreds of different species all working together, collaborating. And what we have found as a result of this, there's a slide coming up. It's like a PowerPoint presentation. There's a slide coming up, and it's showing all of the different accomplishments and results of working together. Now, I just saw, every single being that's here, a monitor came up in front of them. And it's interpreting this in their language. So they are getting an interpretation. What, Kennedy? They're all wearing earbuds that are also interpreting it and translating it. Hey, cool. Wait, is my field doing that? Yes, Karen. You're hearing it in English. Wow! I love this stuff. Oh, so cool. Okay. So he's presenting this. It's a huge list of the collaboration, cooperation, and what's going on. And what I can share with all of you is, he's speaking again. We are humbled to report that all beings came together with one intent. They wanted freedom. They wanted sovereignty. And due to that one intent, they let down their arms, they let down their guard, they let down their prejudices, their racism, their hatred. They let go of their revenge, jealousy, vindictiveness. We have had beings go through counseling, and we've honored all of their feelings and their emotions. And we've held the space for all of this to work. And yes, we put people through a series of educational counseling sessions. And ultimately, all of these people you're seeing, he's showing picture after picture after picture of all these bases and all these different beings. And some of them are holding hands, and some of them are hugging, and some of them are hitting their hands together, and they're eating together, and they're meditating together. We found a common bond. We found a bond called freedom. We found a common desire called sovereignty. And with that, we have created so many new technologies, so many advancements. We have been able to assist the Andromeda Council and Federation of Light and many, many galactic federations to update technology that would allow them to have a better resistance force against the nemesis, those that wished evil. He has a picture of Thor working with the groups. As you can see, this is a Draco. And because of his encounter with one of our Earth representatives, He had an imprint of love imprinted in his memory that he couldn't erase. What I'd like to emphasize to all of you is that the reptilian species does not have the brain pattern of compassion and empathy that many of the humanoid species is born with. You are born with them. It's already an innate knowing in you. It was not in us. Thanks to my friends from Earth and from the Andromeda Council, I also had that imprint implanted in me. And I wanted more and more and more until I learned and understood what it was. And like all of you, it's a neural pattern that the more you focus on, the stronger it becomes. This Draco could not erase what he felt, even in his horrible treatment of my friend. He came to us and handed over his sovereignty because he wanted to learn love and compassion and empathy. I didn't trust him. I didn't believe him, even though I walked the walk. I had to learn it myself, and I had to guide all of my Red Reptilian species and those under my command to learn it themselves with the help of my friends. I didn't trust him, but he proved over and over and over again to the point of allowing his DNA to be changed, that he wanted to work with others and not be controlling and enslaving and feel like he was next to be taken down every moment. I am so happy to report to my friends from Earth that he has gained our trust and he is working in collaboration with everyone. I can't believe this. Mark, we created this.
Yes, this is an incredible experience and confirmation of the work that Kara and I have been co-creating together with everyone, the Andromeda Council, the Anshar, and Earth, and of course with the Commander Zillion. And that we followed him from the time that we first met him, moving forward to the present, and remembering that he's from a different time reference dimensionality. So experientially is a much longer period of relative time than for us. We're from 2011 when we met him, and it's now, let's say, 10 years later. But experientially, since he's of a higher dimensionality, it's a far more experiential relative time experience than 10 years. It's a matter of interdimensional time reference experientially, and how that is very different than here on where we are here on Earth. But Kara and I have followed and supported him and his work from that moment forward to the present and beyond.
He went from one ship, Commander Zillion went from one ship in 2011 to 25 bases of thousands, tens of thousands of beings working for peace. That's the significance of this. He's been flipping through slides showing Thor helping and working with everyone. And I'm sorry, everyone, but that really, really hit me when he attacked me in 2015. I spent 3 days trying to recover from it. And now to see him like this is just amazing. Amazing. When you think that you don't matter and your work isn't being known or make a difference on the planet, and then you see this, it's huge. 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 And Galilee has a hand on my shoulder. Okay.
You can't have better confirmation than this for our work that we do, and that each of us here on Earth can make a difference, each in our own way. We just have to see our full potentiality and be open to even go beyond that. Not just reaching our highest potentiality, but expanding our consciousness, expanding our life force essence to far exceed that which we thought was impossible, but to become possible and even go beyond that.
Amen.
And that's what can transform our planet to become part of the intergalactic community, and beyond that to multi-universal.
Exactly.
Community.
Whew. For those of you who don't know, the intent I created, the intentional framework I created for my work, is to profoundly inspire myself and all others to more fully love themselves, each other, the planet, all beings, and all of our brothers and sisters throughout the multiverse. And if this is an example of my intent coming into fruition, I don't know what is.
Yeah, but we've done this work together with everyone that we have discussed with at this meeting and prior. You
Absolutely.
and I worked on this together.
You leaped into my intent with me. You had to join in the intent, or we couldn't have worked together. So,
and we've been working together more than 10 years.
Right.
From our relative experience.
Since 2008.
Yeah.
So, Commander Zillion is saying, sorry guys, I had to reconnect. Our intent is to transform and have more beings choose sovereignty and peace and freedom. We don't wish to fight anymore. We don't wish to fight anyone here or anyone anywhere else. After accomplishing what we've accomplished in these bases, the love, the support, the communion of working together, when great minds, individual minds come together, the synergistic whole and expansion of consciousness that can be created is beyond what you could even begin to calculate. This is what our bases have proven. This is what we wish to bring to your universe as well. We thank you for being here and hearing this intent and being willing to witness some of what we've created. It is time for all of us to grow in the light and in service. What we can achieve from this point of reference and this point of service and compassion and love and empathy is so far beyond what you could ever achieve from fear. We as a species are learning that fear is not the greatest source of food. Love is. Love, compassion, commitment is the greatest source of all life and life force. We intend to continue to grow in this direction. And we would honor and value if you would choose to join us in this mission and this purpose. Thank you for your time. Namaste, as my friends have taught me. And he's bowing with his fingers to his forehead. And we are as well. Wow. There's intense. A lot of noise. Yes, it is intense. It's still here, though. I'm still in attention. The assembly is like talking between themselves. The volume has greatly increased in speaking and everything. Commander Zillion is coming to me. And are you up for a hug? And you said, yes, I am. Oh, I think this is the first time I've ever hugged him. Thank you, Commander. He's taking me and he's kneeling and he's looking in my eyes. And he's saying, thank you. It took me a while to appreciate this, Karen, and understand this. But you also left an imprint of love in my soul as well. It was meeting you that started me shifting in who I am. And I am forever grateful for that day that you had the courage to come into my ship and to sit with me in my cargo hold. And once I realized, after hearing Thor talk about his meeting with you, it started me remembering that I had the same experience with you. So how could I discredit his when I felt the same thing from you? And it never stops. Actually, that's not the right way to say it. It created a momentum in me of wanting to know more about this feeling. And that momentum never stopped. And when I realized that Thor was saying the exact same thing, I knew I could trust him. I knew I could trust his heart and his intent, and that he would work with us. It's because of who you and Mark and the Andromeda Council have been that this has all happened. But I also want to credit my fellow reptilians, because each one who came to me, that the Andromeda Council brought to me, that wanted to free themselves of the enslavement of their military service, every single one of them had a similar intent. They wanted to experience that freedom. And I represented that because you taught me what it is. And it has created a ripple effect, a domino effect that has gone so far beyond what I could have ever imagined. or I could have imagined. Exactly, Karen. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You
we
and
have
Mark
co-created this
imagined
together.
it either. Yes, we did, Mark. Yes, we did. You're the one that created the intent for that show that night in the first place. You held the field for this to all happen. I want to honor all of you and all of my team for arriving here. And there's so much more for us to do. But I wanted to empower the two of you because I know you're having challenges in the physical realm of Earth with what's going on your planet. And I want to tell you that this is the love supporting the humans. We are supporting you. We are helping with this shift. Please, please remember to trust and have faith. Please know there is tremendous love supporting and backing you. And a plethora of knowledge that is beyond what I ever thought was possible. Please, this is the message that we want to get through to everyone on Earth right now. Please pass this forward. We will.
Commander Zillion, we will. We will. Can you share with us what is being done or being guided to support the countering of the biological warfare in all of its forms on our planet? As you know, it comes in many different forms that they have been attempting to do or are doing and so forth, so that we will truly be free from that dark technology that they have been using?
What we can share with you is, yes, they've been using dark technology, but there's a reason they have not gotten the numbers that they wished to eliminate population with. We are sending frequency scrambles and signals, along with your prayers of sending out love and violet flame. We are affecting the field so they can't accomplish what they set out to accomplish.
With the creation diamond matrix that we've discussed and more.
And other technologies and more. Yes. That's what we want you to trust. Because here's the other distinction we want to bring to you, and Ambassador Cassandra had asked me to point out to you. When you, as leaders or any leaders, lose faith and start to doubt, that field of doubt interrupts our signals to scramble and raise the vibration. So we need to remind you that it's extremely important for you to hold the faith. Hold the faith. Know that these frequency devices are working and that your work is working. Don't get caught up in the media and people attacking you and the whole conversation to split and divide people between masked and unmasked, or those who take it and those who don't. I know I need to be careful with my verbiage here so that this message gets out. Hold the field. Know no, 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 no. Light and love is winning. And when you need to be reminded, envision what you just saw in these bases. Remember these visions. That's why I wanted to plant this memory in your field.
Now, do you have any guidance specifically to how for us to integrate and implement all of the various quantum technologies and infrastructure? As you know, there are several different forms of that for us personally, as well as a planet and in our work, and also to educate that as well.
What do you mean by infrastructure?
The quantum technology is the internet. It's the financial system. There's a lot of different technologies related to the quantum financial, the quantum internet, and other technologies which will come from and through that were not available before. And that is in the process of being integrated and implemented. And part of that process has to be also to educate about those as well.
Yes. Yes, I understand now. And I am going to let Ambassador Cassandra answer that for me. I need to go and speak to these other representatives. So I will take my leave. It has been an honor and a delight to see both of you again. Thank you, Commander.
And as you know, you have as always, you'll have all my love and support as well. You can feel it.
I feel it every day, and it keeps me going. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm turning to Commander Cassandra. Yes, Mark. To answer your question, the Andromeda Council and the Federation of Light are all working on that. We are working on creating a system that will honor all beings. And as you know, dark forces on your planet have technological advances. We've learned a lot from their technology. Thankfully, we have Commander now and his groups that are helping us go beyond the technology that we have known and used. And we've learned so much about the reptilian technology and the other species technologies. So it's helping immensely. That is something that is being worked on. As you know, there are so many cogs in this wheel, and this is a multi-dimensional chess game. And we make one move, they make another, we counter, they make a counter, we counter. Yeah, it's been an unbelievable road. No one could have mapped this out. So it's in the process. And again, we ask that you continue to hold the faith and continue your work because it matters. It makes a difference.
So where do you see in August of 2021 on our planet where we are at in our eternal now moment forward?
Structures are coming down. Just make sure you take care of yourself and stay out of the way of the crumbling. You're coming down. The truth is coming out. Keep a stance for that happening. The truth rises, the truth rises, the truth rises. Be a stand for that. Hold the field for things coming down. For shifts to happen in your medical community, your financial community, your educational communities, all of those, and your governments, they have to, the corruption has to be shown for people to accept a change. Otherwise, it will create panic. That's not going to help anyone. That's what was just created in one of the countries on your planet, and it's created the structures pulled out to allow things to crumble, and people panicked because of how it was handled. So we are doing everything possible to not have that happen. What about that country and what's going on there now? Is there any grace and peace that can be given in this scenario? Unfortunately, this is the way it's being exposed of who is backing all of this. That's what you want to focus on. Exposure to who is financing all of this. And people are starting to question. I wish it were faster. We do too. We wish more people would question rather than take things face value. But as you've spoken many times, Karen, that's the way the educational system has taught them to be. You listen to what you're told, you learn it, and you spit it back out, and don't ever question it. So, keep putting the questions out there. Keep questioning it. Start getting people to question. That's the greatest gift. Don't tell them. Ask them questions they can't answer or that make them think. That's what's going on right now.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mark.
Two requests or ideas. One is along the idea of the aurora borealis atmospheric light effect, something along that idea in other parts of the planet, which people who have cell phones, cameras, and all that can videotape, photograph, and share on a more global scale that is high vibrational frequencies all over the planet, not just from the North and the South Pole. And perhaps something more can be done with that, emanating the higher consciousness frequencies and so forth. And for the educational piece, an idea I had is there are museums globally in many countries worldwide, and if they can be utilized in creating educational for the new technologies and other ideas in the already established museums globally. And I would be happy to work with the Andromeda Council and Anshar to see to that is done. So whatever ideas you have, I'll be open to bring that forth as you guide.
That is a very good seed to plant, and something that we can grow as needed when the time is right.
Yes, and as you know, some planning needs to be done before that's actually implemented, which I'm open to work with you and Andromeda, like I said, and that to do that preliminary planning before it's actually implemented, as you said, when the time is right.
Yes. Unfortunately, your planet isn't even at a point where you can start to plan it at this time. But we hope that shifts very soon. We hope that what is going on right now is the shakeup that needs to happen that will bring out more truth. That is our intent and what we're working on. Certainly, we did not wish for an earthquake. We did not wish for a country being taken over or hundreds of people dying. We did not wish for any of that. We had hoped it could be more peaceful. But again, counter moves have been made. So, with that, we need to take our leave from here and get Karen back. She's been in this field long enough.
Yeah, thank you, Ambassador. And as you know, Karen, I express all our love and appreciation and support for you and everyone present here. Thank you. We love you and appreciate you.
We love, value, honor, respect, and appreciate you too as well. And all of your teams and fields and everyone listening, we are honored to walk in service with you. All right, we're getting up and we're leaving. Galilee Curry and Ambassador, would it be best for us to end the show here at this point? Yes, it would be. Okay. So for everyone listening, thank you. This has been an emotional roller coaster ride for me today between being in another universe and all the information brought forward. Thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding the impact of this information and the immense expansion that this knowledge can bring forward and bring to all of us. Knowing that we are so supported, loved, and that love makes this type of impact, an imprint in someone else's field. That's what we all need to stay focused on and know that every day our smiles, our love, our prayers, our intent matter. They matter, They make a difference, and they can expand universes.
And
So
it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting, Karen. What we did back in 2011, from our perspective, has established the foundation for 25 cities that are supporting creation on a massive scale. It's incredible.
It is incredible. And my point I'm wanting to make to everybody listening is a single moment of imprinting love in someone else can create this kind of domino effect. Know that you can make a huge difference every day if you choose to imprint love to someone else and have compassion and understanding for them. Thank you for listening and for sharing this, for liking the show. We need to get more people finding it and understanding it. So clicking a like button, subscribing, hitting the bell to know that we're sending out more messages. That kind of expansion will assist in getting these kind of messages out to the planet, sharing it with your friends and loved ones that will value it. You can find information about Mark in the show notes, and you can find information about me and my work at my website. I have a Patreon account as well if you'd like to contribute, or there's a donate button on my website. We appreciate any support, but most importantly, expanding this knowledge to others is the most valuable gift you can give to all of this work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And goodbye for now.
Yeah. Namaste, everyone. Namaste.